Your Excellencies, distinguished senators, members of the House of Representatives, I believe the right of the Speaker and members of the State House Assembly, our dear wife, our dear Chairman of the Elders Council, the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, and all other leaders that are here, my dear sister, the wife of my brother and friend, Mrs. Patricia Barinada and Mpigi, I love the children, venerable, and dear brothers and sisters, that are here, friends of Barinada and Mpigi, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me thank the organizers of this burial ceremonies of my dear friend and brother, Barinada Mpigi. Yesterday we had a night of tribute in Abuja. Today we are here in Port Harcourt and we are having the second night of tribute. I will speak about Mpigi in various perspectives. Luckily, I was opportune to have related with him officially and unofficially. I said I met Mpigi in 1999 closely. The first time I met him was not that too close. But that time, they were under the mandate forum, which was led by our Chief Sergeant Awuse. I wasn't too close, but I knew him as one of the very, very close supporters and associates of our Chief Sergeant Awuse. And then when Ebola. Then 1999, we met, like I said in the documentary, where we ran elections as chairman. When we were sworn in, Mpigi was a very strong chairman. In the sense that it's not a chairman you say you will do without. You must hear Mpig's voice. You must, whether you like it or not, you must understand and know somebody called Mpigi is around. Very fearless, very fearless. And yes, sometimes I've quarreled with him, particularly from 2014, 2015, when we were in different camps. That time I ran for governorship in 2015, and Barry ran for House of Reps. It was not easy. I recollect one day at the international airport where I was going to Abuja, and he was also going to Abuja. And then we met. So I said, over the time, look at this, look at this. He said, please carry your trouble and go. I said, well, there's nothing you can do. I have won. He said, better come and join me. He said, he will come. I will come when it is appropriate to come. I said so because I'll let you know how you know those that you can trust when there are challenges. You know those you can go home and sleep with your eyes, two eyes closed. Not when things are moving on well. When things are moving on well, people will love you. People will say you are this and that. But when things are tough, That's when you know the characters that you see around you. In 2023, by the grace of God, we sent people to the National Assembly. We had 3 senators under the People's Democratic Party. And we had 13 House of Reps. 11 under PDP, 2 under Labour Party and APC. Labour Party was constituency 2. APC was Ogbolo and Okrika. So the other 11, that is Gokana and Kana, Tai, Eleme and Oyibo, Omuma and Eche, Ahuda East and Abuja, Ahuda West and Oboboma Ndone, Agugu Toro and Nasari Toro. All their war was the constituency of officials. They had Degemba and Bonnet, and then you have Andoni and Opopo Nkoro. So PDP had 11, while APC had 1, and Labour Party had 1. During that turbulent period, nobody knew whether we'll be alive today. Nobody knew. Today, people are calling me national leader, national leader. At that time, we were able to know characters. And some people say that Mpigi is a consistent person. Some people say that Mpigi is a dependable ally. One person said that Mpigi is a trusted person. He was not a trusted person because things were very good. He was not a dependable ally because things were very rosy. But he was a dependable person when people thought that as a person, politically, I was finished. Barry, whether in the state or in Abuja, I don't know any day at that turbulent period, Barry will not come to my house in Abuja. In the morning, 8 o'clock, my agency will tell me, Barry Mpigi is here. I said, what did you do here this early morning? I said, open for him. He will come. When I come down, he will stand up. He will look at me. He said, Master, I will not leave you. I have seen politicians, and I can tell you who they are. And I will tell him, don't bother, we will win. He will tell me whether we will win or not. I will never leave you. And he did it. We had 3 senators. One left us. I had Barry and all were the, oh yes. Yeah, but what else you said here? When he went to the National Assembly, Barry and Orwell took it upon themselves to make sure that he had a huge free screening. Of course, that's what we expected. There was a time, like my brother Omar said yesterday, when Amabio was to the Senate president, Barry will never sleep. He said, Master, if we fail, we are finished. I said, we won't fail, and we will not be finished. And the sleepless night paid off. After they became the Senate president. And I'm happy when he was made the chairman of Works Committee. You can see a man who loves his people. There was no time you will come to me, sir, I'm going to fight you. I said, what fight for? If they don't put anything in our state, I'll fight, and they don't fight. We are all members of the same family. And at the end of the day, he will come back to me. He said, look, they have done it. They have included what we wanted in our state. That is people who understand about representation, not about myself. But it was one politician. You can go home and sleep during the election period. I can tell you, Barry was a field marshal. Barry was a field marshal. I say so because I'm in a position to know, not field marshal by talking, field marshal by action. You never find his local government wanted. Barry will never call you, sir. We have a problem. Never. Never. Barry will leave his local government and go to another local government to solve problems. That's the man. And for us, when I look around now, how do you replace such a person? You don't learn left hand at old age. For us, yes, I said yesterday when we went to London, Barry is not dead, well, don't worry. We'll pray over it, Barry will come back home. Until we had our first night of tribute yesterday, I said, look, no, the day they brought him, I said, he has come home now, what I was talking about is dead. Don't worry, very soon Barry will be here. Until yesterday we had enough. I said, so are you telling me that all this we are talking about, that Barry will not come back? Is it true? I said, okay, it's not true. Today, while we're at the airport, indeed, it dawned on me that this guy is gone. It's unfortunate. Like Chinda said yesterday and Magnus record. It's not how long you live, it's how well. How were you able to impact on those who were around you? How were you able to impact on those who saw you as somebody who could change their life? This tells us that all of us, we are all human. Like Osije said, we all know we will die, but we don't know the day we will die. Since we don't know the day we will die, therefore, now you have the opportunity to contribute for the development of your people. Do it. Don't wait, because you don't know the day you will be called upon. It can be now. As I say, it can be now. Somebody will say, not to me, I beg. But nobody knows. You hear, oh, I think I was with him last night. How can you say he's dead? Yes, he's dead. Whatever opportunity you have, Barry had come and lived. He said, I was going to make sure that, look, this university, Ogoni people have been agitating for environment because of the environmental degradation in Ogoni. We must have a fair university of the environment. It has not been materialized. God gave him the opportunity. I said, look, go. Speak up. Make sure this is realized for your people. And I was happy. Not only the National Assembly passed the deal, it was turbulent, you know, after passing bill. For it to be assented to, it's a different thing. If you want when the bill was passed, I want it to assented to. And I know the day he cried to Mr. President, look, sir, my people, I cannot be the one that will tell you, you know the history of my people. This should be done. If we can do this, sir, for our people of all our agitation, let it be that somebody had recognized us, that all who have suffered, establish this federal industrial environment. And again, Mr. President said, go, I will do it. The day Mr. President assented to this bill, Barry called me and said, Master, it has happened. But it's no longer here to rejoice, to be the one to benefit. He fought for it. He fought for it. He fought for it, for the interest of Ogoni land. He fought for it, for the interest of River State. Today, he's gone. All the efforts he has put, he's not the one to benefit. But we are happy that even though he's no longer here, he has contributed. He has shown love for his people. And I'm sure Ogoni people, Rivers people will continue to remember Mpigi for what he stood for what he has done for the people, for our people. There are those who have gone there, nothing. In the House of Reps, out of 13, 8 stood firm. 8 stood firm. What I'm trying to say, people, you can go home and sleep. There are people who were not in this country. They were dying. They went for surgery operation of their back. We stood firm. I said, no. Whether they are here or not, we will represent you. You will win this election. When it mattered most, they ran away. When it mattered most, they ran away. That's what I talk about character. Gokana Kana stood firm. Tai element, Oyibo stood firm. Omumeche stood firm. Obobo Mandori Ahuda West stood firm. Ahuda Isabodu was stood firm. Port Harcourt 1 stood firm. Obiabo stood firm. The rest, where are you? People, every time we talk about politics. And that's why God is always angry. For those who are not thankful, for those who don't appreciate, and that's all of us who say that we cannot abandon the family of Mpigi, because when it mattered most, your son, your husband was there for us. I don't care what anybody will say. I don't care. Barry has died. I know he's resting. Like his brother said, whoever, nobody had any capacity to take Barry's life. Nobody had any capacity to take Barry's life. If it was not have God that destined, Barry wouldn't have died. Barry wouldn't have died. So let nobody think, oh, don't forget it. Nobody. If you are happy he died, it's your business. Now he has died. What will you do? Will you take his position? No. We are here watching. My dear sister, I want to thank you. I have come to London February when your husband was sick. I commend you. It is not easy. I know what your husband passed through. From London to Germany, from Germany. Look, I know. I'm sure wherever your husband is, I know it is straight up. He's happy with you, and I'm happy with your children. When I see your children, I know that Barry did his best by giving them good education. If for nothing, he gave them good education. I can attest to it. Yesterday, when I was watching on television, when the daughter was reading, and I was telling somebody, see what education can, not education, see what good education. Because of good education, there's education. See what good education can do. I'm very much impressed. Now, we show a difference today. We have been talking about we will not abandon the family. How will we not abandon the family? After burial, it becomes difficult. I know our tradition. I know our tradition. So we try to set up a different thing that people will understand why, if you're associating with people, if you're relating with people, you have hope. Your family will have hope. If I'm not longer there tomorrow, I have people who will knock at my door. I have people who will ask my family, how are you doing? The day I went to see his father, old man, 100 years, I sat with him. And I saw the way he was written. He said, my son, please don't allow my children to die. I said, Papa, they will not die. Even if they will die, they won't die like Barry died. They will be older. They will be very much older than Barry. This is a man that was expecting his son will bury him. Now he's burying his son. We all have to pray that God is infinite mercy will give that man, give him strength to get this type of love. So when we came back, after the night of tribute yesterday, some of us who were in Abuja, we engaged ourselves. And we were saying, look, how do people really trust us? Relating with us. That if anything happens amongst one of us, that will be part of what is happening, either in the life of the family or whatever. Forming committees for his burial is not enough. Forming committee for burial is not enough. Yes, it's necessary we form committee. You must be buried, but is that enough? The only way the Mpigi family will continue to know that there are those who were with us, who are with Mpigi. They have set up a foundation that look, they look left, they are sure. They look right, they are sure. They look front, they are straight. They look back, they say there's no problem. So we argued and argued and argued. And so I think how many of us in the Elders Council, I told Marcus, bring the list. I brought the list. I said, okay, how many are we calculated? Look at us by our present position. You yourself, the Executive Director Project, Southside Development Commission, write your name first. As a right woman, finance and is the cash cow, put it there. As a put those the ambassador business, put it there. Put all where, Senator. Oh, put them. Put you down with the Chairman, Southside Development Commission, put in there. So look at the list. Put Chairman of Council, who were there, we made them. We made them. The Joint Coalition made them. They never paid 1 naira for their form. I said, put them there. Put assembly people. But this is one of the most dependable people you can trust. This was very, very dependable. Very, very dependable. But put them there. Put them. And put other people. Let us show that the Mpigi family, we are with you. We will not abandon you. That is grammar. That is English language. As a full chairman of Federal Council, renowned quantity surveyor, to be chairman of Federal Council is not by mouth. Put him there. And they put him there. Put those, the only senator we have there is all the way. But Mpigi has gone. It's the only senator we have. I don't have any other one I will run to. Put him. Put him minority leader and several of his colleagues, put them there. We must make sacrifice. We're laying a foundation that if you believe that is your friend, and anything happens tomorrow, they'll still have that confidence that their husband's friend, their son's friend, their father's friend never abandoned them. So even me here, when I die, I'm not saying I will die now. If you said that about my wife, I would agree. But I know I will die. It can come any day. So I will also say, my wife will say yes. His friends will not abandon us. It's something that has never happened. But we said that the mere fact that has never happened doesn't mean it will not happen. We must show a difference. That indeed we are all together and we will support ourselves, whether we are living or whether we are dead. So that we think hard in case we are putting people that will not abandon us, whether we are dead or whether we are alive. So, you know, in our joint coalition, the Elders Council, Marcus has always been, when it concerns putting him right, what anybody will contribute, even though it has been controversial in most cases. So we put that and we agree. Madam, and your children, very well. The joint coalition have agreed, at least to raise for your family. Those who want to go and read their masters, go ahead. Those of you who have finished reading but want to start off small difference, go ahead. The joint coalition, this is the only state that whether you say you are NNPP, you are PDP, you are APC, we are all together. We see ourselves as brothers and sisters. What affects one person affects all of us. So we have read for you. It's not enough. Your husband has given you enough. No, he was giving you, he was doing well. He wanted to do better before this wicked world came. So they have read for you the sum of 500 million naira as to set up a foundation for you. It's not enough. But remember that this was where your husband belonged to. And they said, we will continue to identify with you. It's not about money, but it's about let that relationship continue. It's key to us. I saw the young man, your second son, when he came to read the Bible passage. When I saw him in London, I know he was preparing for his exams. And before he came back, he had gone for the backside. Can you imagine at this time, his father was a senator that expected that he would enjoy all the goodies his father had given to his senior ones. Now the father is no longer there. So we don't want to show that difference. By the grace of God, your mother will continue to make sure that that difference does not show. But Barry was a human being you can go home with. So just take the little that the John Coalition has done for your family. But it's the first time we are doing it. Because there are people who believe that they are members. Tomorrow you hear now that they say, oh, it's a secret society. Just watch now. You will see the interpretation tomorrow that John Coalition is a secret society. Just watch. If the secret society that good comes, okay. If it is okay. So, don't bother about me. I have been labeled several years. When I was wearing white, they said, have you seen where one man will be wearing white every day? When they attempted to kill me, they said, did you see it? He didn't die because he was wearing white. So there's nothing you do in this world that they will not. I'm sure too, the way Barry was doing well, some of them will say, are you sure? Is he the only one who went to school here? Is he the only one who has had his PhD? There are a lot of PhD holders and professors. God has given grace to each and everybody. No two grace can be the same. Everybody has his own grace. And that's what we can do. Venerable, I know how you are feeling. I know how your younger ones are. Just take it easy. If I shouldn't preach to you, you're a venerable. You've read it from beginning to the end. But when I appeal to you, as we are coming on for the burial on Saturday, tell the bishop not to be too long. Tell the bishop. It is not a political rally. It's not where you will say, oh, what the minister has done for me in my life. No. Go straight and preach about Mpigi. He has died, he has died. I don't want 2 hours preaching. The minister and his wife are too good. Forget about that. That day is about Mpigi. Preach. Those who don't understand what I'm saying, they don't. They're going to be people you know. So don't keep on too long that day. If you keep on too long that day, I will give sign. Let's go to the house and wait for them to come out. Because Barry has died. No amount of prayer there will bring Barry back. Simple. Thank you, and God bless you.